But I'm gonna start my eyebrows. Actually been watching eyebrow routines so I could change up my eyebrow routine to see how I like it. But normally I'm just gonna show you what I've been doing so far. As you can see, I kind of cleaned up my eyebrows. You can see, and what I do is I'm gonna use this tonight. But I usually go on with the Fergie primer, and I go ahead and prime my eyebrows. And I kind of let that sit for like 30 seconds. It doesn't take that long to set or anything. And then I also go on with my dual eye brush or eyebrow brush comb. It's been through some things. Comb and brush. Or you could take your spoolie. Please excuse my mom in the background talking with my aunt. Because they're sisters and that's what we do. They just talk really loud on the phone. So yeah. And I just brush that in. Now the next thing I do, like I said, let it sit, you know, all that good stuff. And take my eyebrow pencil. And I start by like drawing a line underneath my brow. But I'm going to show you something different. Because my eyebrows, as you can see, they're kind of like, they don't have like a curve to them. Even if you see like the light part of my eyebrow, it doesn't even like curve up. It's still straight. I like my eyebrows to kind of have some type of arch to them. It's the best way to put it. But yeah, so basically I just go underneath my eyebrow. You guys can see this. Let me see if I can like focus it just a little bit. Okay, there we go. I kind of like draw a line underneath it. And like right when I get to that point, I kind of like go in and go through the middle of my eyebrow. Or like through the middle of like midway before I get to like my actual arch. And I kind of bring it up like that. So it goes like in a diagonal line. And then I blend it back down into my eyebrow. It looks really crazy. It looks like I have an M. Well, not an M, but like a triangle going on my eyebrow. Trust me, it'll all come together. But yeah, so I just go in. And I kind of fill in that little area, and I just bring it back down to the natural end tip of my brow, like that. Then I go on top and outline the top of my brow. And then I just connect it to that other part, like that. That's looking right, okay? And you're gonna go back in and clean this up with your foundation or concealer or however you choose to do, you know, whatever you choose to. But yeah, so now I just lightly kind of like fill it in. I don't go all the way to right here to like where my natural eyebrow ends at the front, but I do go. You know how these videos go, y'all. You know I don't ever want to work right whenever you're on camera. But I do start filling in right here. And that looks about right. Okay. And sometimes like I get, oh, it's thick. Oh, why is it so thick? That's what the concealer and the foundation is for. Because then after that, depending on how thin your eyebrow is or whatever the case may be, you can thin it out, or you know, and then start sculpting it and outlining it as thin, or if you want to keep it this thick as you want. So it looks crazy now, but whenever I finish, because I do like my eyebrows kind of thick, but not too thick. Depends on my mood, like I said. But yeah, usually I go back in and I kind of thin it out a little bit from underneath and then all that jazz. So I'm going to continue with the tutorial and then we'll go from there. Okay. Now remember guys, another thing, sorry, no, allergies. You're not gonna, I don't keep my eyebrows this pointed, okay? Let me get that. Let me clear that up right now. I don't keep it this pointed, like boxed off like that. No. When you go in and you fill it in, as you're gonna see soon, I'm going to actually, I'm gonna curve it so it looks like a natural arch, not just to be like pointy and it looks crazy. Okay. So you're gonna go back in and you're gonna. I mean, some people like the eyebrows like this, to each his own, but me personally, I don't. See how it looks like it's fading in a little bit? It kind of takes time. It's all about blending out. So basically what you're doing, you're blending forward, you're blending inward until you almost, depending on how much product you have, like sometimes I may use a little bit too much pencil. So like sometimes I'm fading out, it looks like a unibrow. But of course, like I said, you can always fix that with foundation or concealer. But you just blend inward, towards the bridge of your nose, okay? Just wipe it away first. Sometimes out of natural habit, because I don't like it. So sometimes you can just wipe it off and it'll look back normal. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the infamous LA Pro Girl concealer, and I have it in the color chestnut. Can't see the color because the stickers like wiping off. But yeah, now sometimes depending on how long I want my eyebrow to stay on, or depending if I'm doing like my makeup to last all day, I do set my eyebrows with a brown eyeshadow, and I have my Artistry palette. It's not really a brow palette, no, like that's just a dark brown eyeshadow, and that's the eyeshadow that I use to set my eyebrows. For this case, I'm really just putting on this makeup for my hair tutorial, so I'm not going to do all that setting and stuff. But yes, I'm going to go on with my concealer. Get a little bit out, and I'm basically just going to start going underneath my eyebrow and just kind of like cleaning it up a little bit. And this is where you're going to like start kind of like giving it the size as far as like how thin or thick you want it, as well as what shape you want it to be. Because sometimes like this kind of goes into, I don't want to look mean, so I don't really like the way this kind of goes in a little bit. So sometimes most of the time I will straighten it out, and then, but I'll just show you what I'm doing. Now, pretty sure you also can tell the difference, right? I'm hoping that you can tell how kind of thin this one, just a little bit, and it kind of curves off a little bit more. It's not as boxy, but I do have like a arch, but it's not as boxy. And I don't normally do my tail that long anyway. So this is just how I do my eyebrows. Like I said, to each his own. Just showing you my process. You can take it, flip it, mix it, however you want to do it. but this is just how I do my eyebrows on an everyday basis. But like I said before, you can tell how I kind of like, it's not as thick as this one. I start, you know, forming it and getting the shape and the size that I want it to be. So I'm going to continue. Get this thing right. A concealer brush, small. It's a small concealer brush, not a big one. And then I actually apply a little bit more of my concealer. Okay, here we go. Just a little bit more. It gives a little more product to work with. That way, if I need to fix anything, I can fix whatever I need to fix underneath my eyebrow. Go on with my concealer brush. I just start blending downward and blending, like I said, towards the bridge of my nose, downward, and then inward. And then this part is just do whatever, because normally I usually put my foundation over this, but if I usually put on like this, like a little bit of this, then I normally blend it out real good so it doesn't look like I have two-tone, like a two-tone face, or like you know, like that highlight or that cast around the top. So you just want to blend it out really, really good, but not like wiping off too much product. And I usually use my finger for this. Now you see this, I don't know if you all can see this. Let me like zoom, if I can focus on that. Okay, can y'all see what this little line is right here? I hope you can see it. This line right here, and like what looks kind of boxy, this is all I do for that. And I blend it upward. And and see, that's the rest of that product that's going to take away that unibrow that you had created from blending inward. So there we go. Okay, so that's how I do my eyebrows. I'm going to finish the other one and then I'll be back, okay?